Into the Light just came out and brought this exotic mission that many people really wanted. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you could be able to complete the Whisper mission and also fully craft the Whisper of the Worm. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So to start this quest, you're first going to want to talk to Erismart on the moon, and she'll give you this quest called Whispers of the Past. It's going to tell you to complete the exotic mission called the Whisper. Once you load up the mission, there's going to be thralls in front of you. Be sure to kill them. And also, as you're continuing forward, you're gonna see this Vex cube out in the distance. Be sure to shoot that with your weapons. Once you destroy it, you're gonna see these pillars form in front of you. Be sure to follow it and go all the way to the far left side. Once you head there, there's gonna be some taken. Of course, take them out. And there's also going to be a blight as well. Be sure to destroy that, and there's gonna be a hole inside of it. Be sure to go inside. Once you went inside, it's gonna be pitch black. So be sure to continue forward. And also, as you exit this ledge, be sure to turn left, and you would see this Vex Diamond Oracle. Once you shoot that, it would give you a chance to either give you 1 out of 4 intrinsic upgrades, or it could give you like 2 or 3. It's a bit finicky here and there, but it's kind of like RNG. But if you do not get all 4, don't worry. Be sure to wait till next reset for it to spawn again. And once you continued forward, you're going to see these ledges in front of you. Of course, be sure to jump onto those, because this segment is going to be a jumping puzzle. As you're continuing forward, you are going to be encountering these pillars that will push you off the map, so be sure to watch out for those. And as you're heading forward, be sure to jump off the ledge, and there's also going to be a platform underneath you, but you're gonna have to fall a bit more. As soon as you fall, you're gonna see more of these pillars. Of course, just jump over them, but there are going to be some on the wall above you, so be sure to watch out for those. So be sure to just crouch. After you're dealt with that, there's also going to be another platform for you to get onto, and there's also going to be 2 more. Once you landed onto the 3rd platform, you're gonna want to jump over this wall and land onto this platform. Once you're onto this platform, be sure to crouch all the way through, but throughout this walkthrough, there are going to be walls that are going to push you off the map. They're not really fast, but they're easy to notice. There are going to be 4 of these walls that will push you, so be sure to keep that in mind. Once you're done with that part, go onto the left side of these platforms where these spheres are. And the easiest way to deal with these is to crouch underneath them. Once those are done, you're going to see this elevator. Be sure to jump onto that, but if you're unlucky like me, you're going to have to wait. The elevator will lift you up, and as soon as you're all the way to the top, be sure to jump off of that elevator onto another platform. Be sure to do it quickly, because as soon as the elevator goes up, it will immediately go down. So once you're on that ledge at the far end, be sure to turn a straight left. And as again continuing forward, you'll eventually reach this hallway. There are going to be these wall pillars that will either kill you or push you off the map, but they're most likely going to be pushing you off the map. After that, you are going to do another jumping puzzle. This one's pretty easy as well. All you would have to do is jump onto these taken walls, but be sure to not get booped off by them. And as you're continuing forward, there are going to be snipers, one behind you and one in front of you, so you can either use a sniper or any other weapon. Once you deal with the snipers and you are at the end, there's going to be a pillar in front of you, which is an entrance. Periodically, the door will close, so be sure to time it so you can be sure to go inside of it. Once you get past the door, be sure to jump over this hole in front of you. And as what you guys are seeing here, these are all of the entrances, but most of them will kill you. And the one you need to go to is at the far top right entrance. You can either use your grapple or you can go onto the ledges on the right side, but for me, I use grapple. And as you're continuing forward, there is going to be a knight. You don't really have to kill him, but it's just there to annoy you. Jump inside of the hole, and once you do, it would bring you to this section of the mission. And who would have guessed, this is another jumping puzzle. So for this one, you're gonna have to go all the way to the far left side where you would see this rubble on the floor. And once you're on this rubble, be sure to go on top of the rubble. And then for me, I discovered something that's pretty cool. For some reason, your character can hug a wall and stand on the wall for some reason. So as what you guys are seeing here, I am shooting this part of the wall. So what I did was I jumped on top of it, and this tiny little crack, I could be able to stand on top. So I stood on top, and then afterwards I jumped onto this next platform, and then again jump onto these other platforms. And to make things even more easier, be sure to look very closely to the wall, because they're either going to have vegetation on top of it or they're going to be popping out of the wall. So just continue to go forward and you'll eventually reach to the end. But for me, I'm going to be showing you guys the full gameplay so you guys won't miss any of the steps for this jumping puzzle. And if you guys are struggling for this encounter, and if you do play on the Titan, you can use Strand, of course, with grapple, or you can pair that with Lion Rampants on your exotic boots. And for the Hunter, of course, Strand as well. And for the boots as well, you can use Stompies. And if you are on Warlock, there really isn't any good exotic armor pieces that would help you with your jump jumping, but you can use traversive steps on your leg armor and also strand as well. And if you are one of those Giga Chads that does have a Eager Edge sword, be sure to put that one on as well if you do want to speed run this mission. So eventually you'll reach to the end of the jumping puzzle. Once you're here, be sure to make a straight left, but as you're doing so, you're gonna have to fall down a bit more until you'll see this platform underneath you. Once you're there, be sure to land on it and continue forward. As you continue forward, be sure to drop down the hole, and as soon as you exit, be sure to go on the left side of this pillar as we see this blue light on the bottom left. Once you're on that ledge, be sure to hug the living hell out of that wall, and then as you're doing that, you will eventually go onto this ledge, and be sure to look straight down and you'll see a light downwards. Once you see that light, be sure to head there. Once you're on that, there's gonna be this little hole on the floor. Be sure to jump over that and slide under this wall. There's also going to be another wall, in which case you're gonna have to get onto. Hop on over to these two walls as well and go onto this blue light and go onto this red light. Keep going, and this is going to be the part where you're going to have to deal with ads. Don't underestimate them, they hit like a truck. And I'm playing on normal difficulty with 100 resilience. So here's what you need to do. Your goal is to 1, destroy all of the blights as possible, and 2, kill every single ad you see. Be sure to keep this in mind. These taken blights on the floor, usually you could be able to shoot them, but you can't. So in order for you to make these go away, just run over them and run away. So once you deal with all of the ads and blights, there's also going to be a second wave of enemies. Kill those as well. Once you kill the second wave of enemies, you're gonna see this wall that could be able to be shootable. Once you shoot that wall, you're gonna go to the next section where there's going to be more ads as well. Kill those, and then the next door will open, but you're gonna have to destroy it. Once you destroy it, there's gonna be another wave of ads. For me, in this section, I would like to deal with the blights first and the beginning section, and then I deal with the left knight and then the right knight, and then in the middle of the section I deal with the blights, and then afterwards I deal with the knight on the left and the knight on the right, and then lastly at the far end I'll deal with the blights and then with the snipers, just to make it like a one clean walkthrough phase. Once you killed all of the ads and blights, of course another door is going to be able to be shootable. Once you destroy that door, continue forward and you'll see these snipers on the top pillars and also these ads surrounding the entrance towards the boss fight. Keep this in mind. Once you stay here and dealing with these ads in front of you, there are going to be these taken knights behind you, and their goal is to push you off towards the enemies in front of you. So as soon as you see those taken cabals spawn, do a 180, deal with the taken cabals first, then deal with the other enemies. And the most annoying part about this section is that the ads on the bottom, they are so annoying. They're gonna multiply like crazy. So once you dealt with all of these ads, the door is gonna be able to be opened, or should I say shot at, in the middle of the area. Destroy it, and then as soon as you do, it's gonna bring you all the way down to this little slide, but there's gonna be a hole on the bottom. So as you're sliding down, be sure to use your jumping button to jump over the hole onto the next platform. Once you're here, you're at the final boss stage. Be sure to clear out every single ad you see, and then there's gonna be a rally banner on the floor to give yourself ammo and super. Then there's also going to be these Vex cubes, one on the left, one on the far middle, and one on the right. Once you destroy all 3 of them, that's when the bosses will spawn. There's going to be 3 bosses in total. So use your supers, your weapons, your abilities to obliterate every single one of them before the time runs out. I also forgot to mention that the timer for the normal difficulty is 40 minutes, and for the legend difficulty, it's going to be 20 minutes. So once you defeat all of the 3 bosses, there's actually going to be another boss. This is the final boss, and it is the ogre. So once the ogre spawns, he's gonna have this immune shield. In order for you to destroy this immune shield, you're gonna have to kill these 2 wizards, one on the far left, one on the far right. The tricky part is that the ogre is going to be shooting you. So whenever he shoots you, he is gonna push you back, so he may push you off the map. So once you kill both of the wizards, his shield will go down and you can be able to damage him. As what you can see here on this health bar, there are 2 health bars. So as soon as you destroy the first health bar, he is gonna have his immune shield again, and this time he is going to spawn in the wizards and also these blights around the area. And there are going to be 3 blights, so destroy all 3 of the blights, then kill 2 of the wizards, and then he'll be damageable again. Once you kill everything and obliterate the boss, you will now get this Whisper of the Worm schematic, and then afterwards it's going to tell you to talk to Erismorn on the moon. And then once you head to Erismorn again, you will get the red border version of Whisper of the Worm. And the next step of the quest is telling you to defeat 10 taken combatants. And for me, I did it in the Dreaming City in this lost sector because it has tons of taken thralls. So once you defeat 10 taken enemies with this sniper rifle, the next step of the quest is to destroy the first set of the taken blights in the exotic mission on legend difficulty. This part's pretty easy as well. Once you enter enter the mission on legend difficulty, you're first going to see this taken blight, and in order for you to destroy it, you're gonna have to use the whisper of the worm. All it takes is one shot, but there are going to be 3, so the first one is there, the second one is going to be beyond that, and the third one is going to be right above you once you head down to the floor. Once you shoot your final blight, the next step of the quest is to complete the legend difficulty of this exotic mission, and once you do, you will be rewarded with the Catalyst, and then afterwards you're going to want to talk to Erismorn again, and lastly, she'll give you this perk, in which case is the best perk for the sniper rifle, called Field Prep. And there is 2 other exotic perks as well, but I'm assuming we do have to wait until the next weekly reset to get the second one, and the third one is the week after that. And for now, we have Field Prep, and in my opinion, that is the best perk for the sniper rifle. If this video helped you out, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or afternoon. Take care and peace. Join the Discord!